Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. I'll have you know that there's no pussy.
Here's the next one. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Aha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning. I'm sure I'll end up by trying different things a lot. At least it could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'll use plenty of lube next time. That's the best way to find the new kind of style that suits you. Everyone else may be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahaha, ahaha. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction of the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy, a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So what'd you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of people have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was that inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen at the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Well, it was fun. Phew, I guess that's everyone. Glance around at the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is the literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow into frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, wait.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism of something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?
Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. I messed that up. Landon, I had an epiphany recently.
I heard you. It's really interesting.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for any suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it.
Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Lawfuck, you did too. And based on that, I'll gladly give some of my suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse
Voiced
me.
of all.
I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet.
Then,
And Lawfuck You liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Eh? That's not what I... you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Lawfuck You appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Yeah.
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Lawfuck You started showing up.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Lawfuck You, she's trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out as the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Lawfuck You.
Oh, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Lawfuck You? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know a thing about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Well, of course it's gonna be Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
Okay, I'm back. Whose side did you go on?
Yuri's.
Okay.
That's not what happened at all.
Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? Eh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's one thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized, don't you think you should too?
And...
Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going
to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki! She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has a chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri, how could anyone not have gotten frustrated being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Lawfuck You, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have a part in this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to have to make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well,
mostly.
Well, fuck you. How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Well, fuck you. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hey! Sayori beams at me. Truly, it's been a while since Sayori spent this so much with her. I can't.
Are you drunk?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Are you just like, are you speaking faster than your brain reads it?
No. Just sometimes I can mix the words up. You know what I'm saying? I like these guys, and I like that my character is so empathetic.
Yeah,
Lawfucky's a good guy.
Yeah.
Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? Oh, no. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Lawfuck you. It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's hee. Every day's gonna be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the situation that I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there?
Yeah.
We'll just have to see what kind of the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this.
Oh, I'm writing down.
Alright, so I gotta pick more for Yuri, right?
Yeah, if that's what you want to go for. You don't have to necessarily.
But I like her now.
Alright, then do her.
Huh?
Then do her.
She likes death. Oh.
Why wouldn't you click death?
I didn't think she did like death. I was just kidding. Oh.
Oh, goddamn, Clayton.
Embrace, dance, hair, marriage. We have a poem on our hands. Embrace, dance, hair, marriage. Ah.
Okay, Clayton.
Damn it.
God, Clayton. Doki. Like, really?
That's a cute one. She likes the cute stuff.
Frightening. You see it right there. Big ass word. She likes horror, frightening. There you go. Okay, there's one on here that you used last time. Yeah, come on. No, you were almost there. There you go.
I did it.
God, it's like teaching a 7-year-old how to fucking do math.
Extraordinary existence. Unrequited. Determination. She likes landscapes. And she likes incongruency.
Whatever that word means.
Yeah, I don't get it. She likes sensation. Does she like ambience? Does she like imagination?
No. No, okay.
And she does. She likes the universe. She likes intellectuals. And she likes after image. See, I know her well.
See, you got her down. You got her down pat.
Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little bit more comfortable than over here the past few days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Lawfuck you. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in for a good mood today. Hee.
You're in for a good mood today. Sounds like a threat.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in the good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Hey? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look in your purse, Sayori? Hey, why that all of a sudden? Oh, no reason really. I just want to look at it. Ah, Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. She turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Aha, I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So you're either not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spend all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option. Ooh-wah. I give up.
Ooh-wah.
Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ha ha ha. Yuri suddenly giggles. Her tits bounce voluptuously.
Shut the fuck.
Eh?
I wonder if they added jiggle physics in this.
I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book.
I was something in my book.
Tell all fuck you to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book.
Not there.
She's wants the dick. I really like when you get to down in the boogie.
Say,
the hell
Yuri. I like it when you get down with the boogie, Yuri.
It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You weren't right though. I did.
You weren't right though.
I said you were right. I said you were.
No, you didn't.
I did too. You were. I did something bad, and no, I know. Now I have to accept the retribution. That's it. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little more devil inside of all of us, isn't there?
Who said that? Wait, who said that?
Yuri said that.
Hey, just wondering.
Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have to come in if it were for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Pwap. Kia. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow, what was... A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Haha, I was
just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It totally wasn't worth seeing your reaction, though.
Natsuki? That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue.
You're going through a lot over there with just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez, beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate. Yeah?
Why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Aw, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori, she throws herself under the...
Back up.
No. under the
Completely wrong. Like, not even a little correct. How do you do that? I just don't understand.
I had another sentence in mind.
I just don't understand how you stumble over your words so easy.
Under the influence of irresistible lust. I don't know where I was going with it. Sayori.
Oh my god!
Suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Hoo. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez.
You're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori?
Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyways? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true.
Excuse me?
Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyways? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Hold on. Ah,
That makes no sense, though. You would have to have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, lawfuck you. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to put any pressure on you or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! I didn't miss out on anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. Eh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No, I was just kind of waiting for you. Oopsies. How far have I been recording? 21 minutes. I was just kind of waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing I can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch her as she retrieves a small pitcher of water from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me a water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down in the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Why did you just message me for? He's eating ice. Methodological. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Hey, where are you two off to? Hey? Yuri was gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve lawfuck you in club activities? Eh? Yandere. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, lawfuck you. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Lawfuck you, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away, but you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Well, fuck you. I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better.
I'm not
anyway.
doing my best.
Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Well, fuck you. Do you like oolong? That's the name of the pig.
Eat a piggy.
Oh, yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time. Oh!
What?
I burned my finger on the hot wax machine that I have sitting on my desk.
Why is there a hot wax machine on your desk?
Because it makes everything smell good. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Hoo-hoo. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You have to go?
Yeah, don't play with that one.
Alright, I'm gonna save right here.